back. We'll get to Boogie Cousins in a second, but first, a couple of highlights presented by Hilton. Get a price match guarantee when you book at Hilton.com. Start with cricket, because why not? South Africa versus England. Ben Stokes with what is being called one of the greatest catches of all time.
Oh, it might be. But they brought me in. If I'm watching cricket highlights, I know someone did something. But, Nick, I got a little problem because if you catch an object and you catch it with one hand, you're better off catching it with your offhand because then it doesn't block your vision. You see when he goes to reach for it, you put your arm in front of one of your eyes so you can only see it with one of your eyes. So, man, if you catch it with your left hand, that's how you're able to keep your vision on it the whole time. Hate to break your stuff down, Ben Stokes, but I caught this ball in the NFL, and you catching crickets. So catch that smoke.
NBA Finals Game 1, Pascal Siakam with a nice touch pass to Kawhi Leonard for the layup.
This was, listen, obviously no one expected Pascal to go 14 of 17, over 80%. I certainly didn't expect him to be able to make this type of play in transition. Terrible transition defense by the Warriors.
Watch Steph Curry. Steph Curry just let him go past him like he was shocked that they ran out on him. This is an adjustment I expect them to make immediatally in Game 2.
Have to.
All right, more Pascal in this time on defense with perfect timing to block Draymond's shot right off the backboard also.
Draymond's been doing this the last 2 series at a high level. I thought that he'd have to score the basketball, but he didn't have a good matchup going against Siakam.
Draymond had one of the least effective triple-doubles you're going to see in an NBA Finals game.
And one of the few times they've lost a game when he had a triple-double.
Absolutely. He didn't play great defensively and offensively, even with the 10-10-10 was not great last night.
And he got told off by Drake, too. Drake said wrong.
You should have slapped him.
All right, time for our NBA Finals version of In or Out. Sticking with Pascal Siakam, Spicy P went off for 32 points and 8 rebounds. His 40-1 MVP odds might be altered after this performance. Nick, you in or out on Siakam being an actual threat to win Finals MVP?
Well, you have to be in now. You're a quarter of the way there. I mean, what? What are you laughing about? What? I mean,
new information.
The guy goes for 32 points.
Yesterday, we couldn't give him Siakam.
No, to me, there was no scenario where the Raptors won the finals and Kawhi wasn't the MVP. But when you have a game where Kawhi makes 5 shots, Siakam goes 32, 5, and 5, or 8 and 5. Of course, he's a threat to win Finals MVP. He's not the favorite, but right now, you'd have to say it goes Steph, Kawhi, and Pascal Siakam are the 3 favorites in some order or another. So, yeah, I'm in 100%.
I mean, he's off to a great start. And as the series goes on, he's got a favorable matchup going against Draymond. I don't think he's going to be able to get into the fast break as often, but he's going to get some open looks. Yes, you got to be in after seeing what he did last night in a win also.
All right, moving on. Tough news for the Warriors. Andre Iguodala seemed to injure his leg towards the end of the game. Iggy is staying positive, saying he'll be fine. CCU in or out on Iggy's injury being a concern moving forward?
Oh, I'm totally in on it. I was concerned about him during the regular season. And then, man, he went to he went to a different level. He was leading the NBA in round 2 in dunks. So being an explosive player, a defensive player that's going to get a lot of open looks, they need him. With Boogie not being 100%, with KD not being 100%, and him being their #1 primary wing defender, he is needed. So I'm in. This would affect them moving on and their chances of a 3-peat.
Of course, and one of the reasons that Jonas Jerebko gets 7 minutes, that all of a sudden Alfonso McKinney is playing big minutes, is because even in last night's game, when Iggy didn't get hurt until there was 30 seconds left in the game, he could only play 30. Draymond, Steph, Clay all played 40 minutes. So, yes, if Iggy has to miss a game, now you're starting Jordan Bell, who was you got via buying a second-round pick from Chicago, and Alfonso McKinney, who got in the league by paying $175 for a G League tryout. Those 2 guys would be starting NBA Finals games. That ain't great, so of course I'm in.
All right, moving on to the aforementioned DeMarcus Cousins. He returned from injury, but Boogie had just 3 points in 8 minutes of action last night. Nick, you in or out on Boogie having a bigger role in Game 2 on Sunday?
I'm out. I think this is the exact role he needs to have. Like I saw him out there. I think as long as he can handle it, you come in at the beginning of the second, at the beginning of the fourth quarters, you try to add some offense in that lineup where Steph's getting his rest, and then you go to the bench. He seemed like he was winded 90 seconds into his performance yesterday. He played better than I thought he would, but I don't think you can all of a sudden increase that role because he played 8 minutes. I think he gave you 5.5 good ones.
Well, the thing about it, Jenna, it's nice to see him out there. We were more concerned, can he be a role player? So obviously, at the end of quarters, beginning of quarters, when they need a break, they need another scorer in there. Now, he's still a limited scorer. He's not the post player because he's not in shape, doesn't have his overall quickness. But he did show some positive things on the offensive end with his passing. On the defensive end, it's still the same boogie. All right, he is still a liability.
Yeah, stamina still up for grabs there with him. Ending with some predictions. Even though the Warriors lost game 1 of the finals for the first time under Steve Kerr, Klay Thompson said, quote, "I know we'll respond like the champions we are." See, are you in or out on the Warriors evening this series Sunday in Toronto? Why are you laughing?
I'm out. I'm out because the last one.
He didn't answer it. He just gave a Boogie opinion. He just talked about Boogie. He didn't answer.
What did my buddy just tell you? What did my buddy just text you, Nick?
What?
You can do that kind of stuff. Why?
Because it's your show. You can do whatever you want. You said that I need to put my foot down and stop letting you lie to the people, saying I got fake hair and saying I'm 5'10". And he said you on In and Out can just neither say it
we're out.
In nor
Jenna,
out.
we believe we're taking a commanding lead. We're going up 2-0. So we are out.
Jenna, and the mouse in your pocket.
Man, we picked the game together.
Okay. Well, it's fine. I didn't know you guys were part of the Raptors organization.
We're part of the Raptors. Us and Drake.
We are taking a 2-0 lead. Okay, the Warriors are going to win game number 2. And everyone overreacting. Oh, my God, are they even good without Kevin
That's
Durant?
normally you overreacting.
No, I am very measured in this. I said don't overreact to game 1s, America. Don't overreact to game 2s either. It's game 3s. We can start really getting a feel for the series. We will go into game 3 with this series knotted at 1 game apiece, with the Warriors having stolen home court. They have a good way to guard Kawhi Leonard, need to get better in transition defense, and Klay Thompson needs to play better. Pascal Siakam's not going to do that again, maybe ever in his life, certainly not again in this series.
He had 5 30-point games this year. He had a 40-point game this year.
Yeah, I understand that. None of them on 17 shots, Chris Carter.
This time, he only did that because he had the best defender in the history of the NBA and Draymond Green guarding.
Sending a message to Draymond Green. I'm in on the Warriors winning game 2.
We got to take a break. Coming up, we got some breaking news on Kevin Durant's return to the finals. That's next on First Things First.
Breaking news, America.
They found his calf.